Like a lot of kids, Bart Simpson hates school.
Tonight's homework assignment is...
Oh, man, is it hot in here? I'd better take off my sweater.
Down with... homework? Don't look at it, children.
The shirt makes a good point. I'm with the shirt. Homework rots.
But we all know the kids who love school, like Bart's sister Lisa.
Grade me. Look at me. Evaluate and rank me. Oh, I'm good, and oh, so smart.
Teachers use grades to enforce authority, and that system worked on Lisa Simpson. It also worked on me. I remember staying up late at night trying to memorize the first 100 numbers of pi for an extra credit assignment.
3.14159, this is pi, followed by 2653589, circumference over diameter.
My math teacher ended up giving me extra credit for baking a pie instead. Social critic Noam Chomsky says pointless assignments like that one are just another form of control.
If you can guarantee lots of stupidity in the educational system, like stupid assignments and things like that, you know that the only people who make it through are people like me and like most of you, I guess, who are willing to do it no matter how stupid it is.
When I was a senior in high school, I dated an anarchist. He went to a school called the Manhattan Free School, where there were no grades. He told me to follow him there, or else I would turn into a mindless robot. I told him my parents wouldn't let me. He told me parents were a form of social control. So that was that, and off I went. Pat Werner trusted me to make this choice. She founded Manhattan Free School because she believes that young people should have authority over their own education.
I'd watched 3 children grow up from infancy, and that gave me the confidence to trust that all children come with gifts and capacities, and basically we need to get out of their way.
At Manhattan Free School, there were no grade levels, and 5-year-olds and 18-year-olds shared the same space.
There were always interesting collection of human beings trying to make a really weird system work.
Leela Holmes also attended the school. Kids and a few adults vote on what rules to pass during Democratic meetings. Of course, there was one big rule, called the stop rule.
That was the one non-negotiable one. If someone says stop, then you have to.
Meetings often turned into philosophical debates about the pros and cons of profanity and playing video games all day. If you had a complaint about someone, you'd write it down on a piece of paper and send it to the complaint committee, which was also made up of kids.
Decisions had to be made about our day-to-day lives that we cared about and that directly affected you in a very real way. And there wasn't an authority above you to make that decision for you.
But while I was at the Manhattan Free School, Lisa Simpson was still in me. All I wanted to do was read, write, and study for AP exams. And I finally had the time to do that. But anytime I complained about the chaos at the school, my anarchist boyfriend would shout at me, telling me I needed to participate more in the school's democracy if I wanted to be truly liberated.
I definitely have a lot of memories, some more traumatic than others.
Thomas Parker was one of the few adults at Manhattan Free School. He says anyone pushing the school in a particular direction was viewed as a threat to the group's commitment to democracy.
There's a lot of clarity around what we were leaving and what we were saying no to in the world, but not a whole lot of clarity on what we were going to create in its place.
What happened to the free school after I left depends on who you ask. Some former students say there was a hostile corporate takeover. Thomas says it was rebooted into a school with more identity. Now it's called the Agile Learning Center. He says authority doesn't have to be a bad thing.
Children naturally look to adults for signal, for clarity, for understanding. We have authority or we have power that we can either use over people or that we can use with people.
What I learned from my time at Manhattan Free School is that resistance can look like a lot of different things. The next time an anarchist tells me to quit my job or quit my life and run away, I'm going to be defiant. I'm going to say, no, I'm just fine right here. There's power in going to school, and there's power in staying home. And there's power in deciding to resist the resistance too. For Philosophy Talk, I'm Holly J. McDede.